Happy Monday, scholars, and welcome back to another EL lesson. So if you guys remember earlier in our unit, we got a letter from an ornithologist. Now today, I got another letter from an ornithologist. But before I read the letter we got today, can you remember what an ornithologist is? Right, an ornithologist is someone who studies birds. So as I read the letter aloud, I want you to listen carefully and follow along. Dear students, I am very proud of how much you learned about bird helpers and stories. You learned a lot about how people and animals can show respect and compassion for birds. That's very important to us ornithologists. Not all people think we should care about birds, though. They continue to ask, why should we care about birds? Another reason we should care about birds is because they can have an impact or effect on our lives. Birds are all around us, and sometimes they do amazing things. But other times, they may do things that pester us. Sometimes people have different feelings about birds. As you continue your study of birds, I would like for you to think about this question. Why do people have different opinions about birds? You are going to read, talk, and write about a very unusual bird named pale male. Pale male affected a lot of people's lives. I will be curious to hear your opinion or what you think about pale male after you complete your research. Good luck, your friend, the ornithologist. So there was a lot of information in this letter from our ornithologist. And there were some words that you can see are underlined in our letter. And I want to talk about those underlined words. So the first word that we see underlined here, and I'm going to highlight, is the word impact. Now, in the sentence impact is used in, it says, another reason we should care about birds is because they can have an impact or effect on our lives. Based on how the word impact is used in the sentence, what do you think the word impact means? It says birds can have an impact or effect on our lives. Right. It means that birds can affect our lives. Birds are important and play a role in our lives, whether that be positive or negative. Okay, so what about this word here? We see amazing. Let me highlight amazing. In the sentence, it reads, birds are all around us, and sometimes they do amazing things, but other times they may do things that pester us. So in the sentence, amazing, let's break down the word. So we see that in the sentence, the base word of amazing is amaze. And I want you to think about when you look at something in amazement, what does that mean? Right? You see something that is just like fantastic or something that is above average. And then when we have our ending, ing, we know that ing means something that is happening in the present and it's happening right now. So amazing means that it is currently above average, or it is fantastic, it is great, it is wonderful, all of those type of things. So birds are all around us and sometimes do amazing things. So they sometimes do great things, fantastic things, wonderful things. Okay? Now, we have another underlined word here. Pester. So after we read the sentence, as we read the sentence, birds are all around us and sometimes they do amazing things, it goes on to say, but other times they may do things that pester us. So based on the sentence, we see that amazing, is that something that's good or bad? If something is amazing, is it good or is it bad? It's good or better than good. So if it's saying sometimes they do amazing things, but other times they do things that pester us, do you think pester is something that's good or something that's not so good? Right. It's not so good. And we can also break this word down into its base word. We see the base word here is pest, and the ending is er. So a pest, when you think of a pest, you think of like bugs or things that are annoying, something that is a pest. Normally like I said, like a bug, or like when mosquitoes bite you, things like that. Or even like if your friend is annoying you, if you don't want to be bothered, and they just keep being a pest to you, they keep talking to you. So pest, and then we add that means that it's bothering. Okay, it's bothering us. So it says birds are all around us, and sometimes they do amazing things, but other times they may do things that pester us or bother us. Okay, so let's keep going. We have this word here underlined, unusual. You are going to read, talk, and write about a very unusual bird named pale male. What do you think the word unusual means? So let's break this word down. In the word unusual, we have the prefix un, which means not or is not. If you can see how I shaded un a different color. And then we have the word usual. So usual we know means something that's normal, something we're used to seeing. Now, if we know un means not or is not, it's basically saying is not usual or not usual, then that means that it's what? Right, it's different. It's something that we're not used to seeing or something that we don't see every day. Okay, so it's saying the ornithologist is saying that you're going to read, talk, and write about a very unusual or different bird named pale male. Okay, so pale male is a very special bird. Now we have the word here, opinion. Let's read the sentence that opinion is in and see if we can break down this word or understand based on the context clues what this word means. I will be curious to hear your opinion or what you think about pale male after you complete your research. Good luck. Okay, so opinion is basically, and it even says in the sentence, what you think. Opinion is what you think, what your perspective is. Okay, it is the opposite of a fact. So a fact is something that can be proven. It's something that there is data behind or some sort of research, whereas an opinion is just what you think. Like some people might like pancakes. Some people's opinion is that pancakes are gross. Okay, that's their opinion or what they think or their perspective. Okay, so and that leads us into our question. Why do people have different opinions about birds? Okay, so I want you guys to be thinking about that question as we go throughout our, continue to go throughout our unit, because we learned even just from this letter that sometimes some people may think birds are amazing, and sometimes people might think birds are, pestering them or pest. Okay, so I want you to think about what your opinion is of birds and why people might have different opinions about them. Why might some people think they're great and why might other people think they're kind of annoying? So today we're not going to be reading a new text, but what you will be doing is looking at the photographs, the pictures included in your PowerPoint, and making some noticings and wonderings about those photos. Okay, so I want you to work on that today, making your noticings and wonderings about the photos posted in the PowerPoint, and also just thinking about why people have different opinions about birds. So you don't have to write that, but I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind and think about why people have different opinions about birds and what your opinion is about birds. And I'll see you guys in the next video.